Butker trying to line this up. Winchester will snap it. Colquitt will hold it. .2020 tie, high snap, pulled down. Butker's kick is out, and it's right down the boulevard! It's good! And the Chiefs take a 23-20 lead with 4 seconds left in regulation. And Harrison Butker kicks some, you know what? Welcome to the Chiefs Kingdom!
How's it going, Chiefs Kingdom? You're listening to the Arrowheads Abroad podcast with myself, Brad Simcox, the Arrowheads Abroad Supremo, Tom Childs, and backing us up at safety is Dave Barnett. So this podcast this week is all about bold predictions for the 2019 bold to the 2019 season. We will take it in turns to give you our own predictions, and it's down to you to decide which predictions you feel are most likely to happen. So let us know your thoughts on your bold predictions as well at the Arrowheads Abroad Facebook and Twitter page, and using hashtag #AABoldPredictions.
You know we're going to get some ridiculous ones, right? Now you've said
that. Oh, yeah. Well, it can't be any more ridiculous than mine.
Yes, true. Oh, wait till you hear Brad's first one, guys. It is... I don't want to say it's fantastic, because that sort of doesn't really sell it for how stupid it is, but yeah, it's fantastic for all the wrong reasons. Yeah,
it's very bold. Yeah.
No, it's not bold. It's just stupid.
It's just it could happen. It could very well happen.
Yeah.
We'll let the listener decide when they eventually hear it, because although I want it to happen, it is stupid.
Why?
So there. No, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, Brad. We'll explain why it's
a little
stupid.
Teaser.
Briefly.
There's the hook. Keep on listening. Yeah, why not?
Everyone's just like, Brad says something stupid again.
Yeah, switch it off.
Breaking news, water is wet.
That's not a bold prediction, was it? Not really. Anyway, before we get started, the Chiefs news is Chiefs training camp is over. And it's on to Miami.
Wow.
That wasn't a bold prediction, but I just thought I'd throw it in there.
Wow.
Thanks, Bill Belichick.
On to Miami. Do you reckon it's going to
happen? We're going there already?
We're going there already, mate. Yeah.
It might do. I hope it does. I want to go if it does. But back to St. Joe and training camp, it seems like it's flown by this year.
Hasn't it? Yeah.
Like, I know it's normally just like 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks, however long it is. But this year in particular, it's just gone whoosh and training camp's done. And that's how I'm hoping the next 3 weeks go, because it is 3 weeks today until the season starts. 21 days to go. It's mad. So, yeah, training camp, it's been great. And like all the stories that we've heard out of it have been great to a point. I especially like that story we heard about Juan Thornhill going stride for stride with Tyreek Hill. That was like the story.
Huge news.
Breaking news. You heard it here first.
But yeah, thanks to all the guys that keep us updated. Hopefully one day we will be those guys, because I'm sure that one day us three would like to take a trip out to Missouri Western, if it's still there, and just check it out, because it does seem like something completely different to anything we have over here.
Mm-hmm. It's a big commitment to just go out to training camp, though, isn't it? Just for training camp.
Yeah, if someone wants to pay for us to go, that'd be great.
Well, Tom probably could with his Arrowhead pride, backing that he's got over there. He's bound to get us in, He's bound to get us in.
He's laying the foundations already, and he is. But he's just there on the slide, just like, oh, don't worry about Brad and Dave. I'll just come myself. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Tom with a microphone. Yes, like it. All right, then should we get on with the bold predictions then?
Yeah, let's go with you first, because I want to get this out of the way. So I've
got a bit of a structure at this one, so I've got Tom going first. So I will tease you all a little bit longer for mine.
Okay.
Tom's bold prediction.
My bold prediction for this year is that the Kansas City Chiefs will win 10 meaningful football games at Arrowhead Stadium this season. 10.
And we've already crossed one off the list.
Yeah, so that's excluding the Week 4 game against the Green Bay Packers, is it, that we've got Arrowhead, or the Week 3 game against the 49ers in preseason? I don't know which one it is. That is 8 regular season games.
I think it's the Packers. Don't quote me on that, though.
Yeah. So 8 regular season, and you're saying that we were going with 2 home.
Which would mean we would make the Super Bowl, guys.
Well. It doesn't necessarily mean we would.
Unless we had a horrendous road record.
If we had a terrible road record, we would obviously host a wild card game. Actually, no, we can't host a wild card game.
We can't host a wild card game if we win 2 playoff games at home, you idiot.
So basically I'm saying yes, we will make the Super Bowl.
10 meaningful home games.
We will win 10 meaningful home games and make the Super Bowl.
That is a bold prediction, mate.
Mm-hmm.
But is it really that bold with this team?
But to go 10-0 on the where regardless of whether it's home or on the road is a tough ask.
I know, but it's this team. It's Mahomes led. It's high octane offense. The defense has improved. We're just going to walk it, mate.
Well, if you think Arrowhead is that big of an advantage already, that we can definitely count that we're going to win 10 home games. Now I find myself arguing against my own.
That was the plan.
Because you guys are meant to be the ones that are arguing against it, and I'm the one sitting
I'm actually going full steam ahead with it. Me.
You're like, yes, he's right. He's definitely right. But we've got some tough home games. We've got the Vikings coming to Arrowhead. We've got Packers coming to Arrowhead. We've got the Colts. We've got the Ravens coming to Arrowhead. We've obviously got our 3 divisional games as well on top of that. So there's some tough games at Arrowhead this year. So if the Chiefs were to go 10-0 at home, they certainly would have earned it. That is for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Nice bold prediction, mate. Nice to start us off. Okay, Dave, what's your bold prediction, mate, and your explanation for that bold prediction?
Patrick Mahomes will break the single season passing touchdown record this year.
Really?
There's my bold
56
prediction.
at the minute, is it?
It's 55. 56 to break. 50 in his first season as a full starter, and all signs point to him being even better in year 2.
Wow, that is a bold prediction.
Did you read the article, you two, from the Ringer yesterday about his inevitable regression that history tells us that should happen, but the NFL's never seen a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes before, and although history says it should happen, there's every chance that it won't because of how he's entered the league and just gone gung-ho and seemingly getting better.
And also the way the league's going as well, with how it is more passing friendly for teams than it has ever been. I just think that, if it wasn't for a couple of games last year where, sort of was a little bit off, he would have come very close to it last year as well. Mm-hmm. So, I think in year 2 as a starter, even better. And
breaks there's a lot of people
the record.
There was a lot of people predicting a sophomore slump, weren't they? But technically, he's already had his sophomore slump, hasn't
he? If you can call it a slump.
Technically, though, isn't it?
My counter to that is, and it's the argument everyone's having. Yeah. If the defense is improved, there will be less onus on Patrick Mahomes to go gung-ho and the offense to gung-ho. If there's a couple of games that aren't very close, they can hand the ball off to Damian Williams, to Carlos Hyde, and etc. So there's going to be less opportunities for the Chiefs to score. I know the other side of that argument is if the defense is better, then the Chiefs offense will see the field more often. But what do the offense do if the game's already won? Do they just shut Pat Mahomes down? Do they go vanilla? I can see it happening, but I do see an argument for it not happening as well. But it is a bold prediction, Dave. You've done what we asked you to do. You've gone out there. You've predicted that in his second full season as a starter, he's going to break Peyton Manning's record.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I think we all would. All right.
Yeah. Apart from probably Broncos fans, but yeah.
Well, we don't care about them, do we? That's all the more reason to break it, Pat. Go for it, son. Right, okay, my bold prediction. Are you ready for this?
No.
The Browns will start off 5-1, then completely self-destruct by finishing 7-9 in the season.
Idiot.
Now the reason
you are
for
an idiot.
Why am I an idiot? The reason for this, right? If you think about it, right, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of energy going on in the Browns at the minute, and they're going to start off. They're going to come out of the blocks really quick, right? So they're going to be beating the Titans. They're going to be beating the Jets. They're not going to beat the Rams, right? They'll beat the Ravens. They'll beat the 49ers, and they'll probably beat the Seahawks as well. Then they've got the Patriots, the Broncos, the Bills, the Steelers, Dolphins. Yeah, they'll probably get another. That's probably one of the wins there. They play the Steelers again, who I think they're going to be up there this year. The Steelers. The only thing that really blows this bold prediction out the water is they've got to play the Bengals twice. So unless they really kind of implode against the Bengals, it probably would be an 8-8 at the end of all that.
I just don't know how you can say, oh yeah, the Browns, they're going to beat the likes of the Seahawks, they're going to beat the Titans, they're going to beat these good teams, but then they're going to lose twice to the Bengals, or they're going to lose.
The ego will pop, the bubble will burst.
But
they're not used to winning.
What's the specific reason for them their bubble bursting?
Nothing.
Is it because
he hasn't got one?
Ego. Is it because you're a Baker hater?
I'm not a Baker hater.
You are.
I am. I am. I really am. No, I just think the ego will just suddenly like pop because they've got too much ego on that now. So they've even got Odell Beckham as well, who's one of the biggest ego players out there.
So you think a team that's going to be streaking because they're going to be 5-1 and is going to have all of that talent, they're going to have a quarterback that's really only used to winning, and for some unknown reason, they're all of a sudden the shit's going to hit the fan.
It'll be a house of cards.
Fall apart.
It'll be a house of cards. They'll have one really strange defeat, and that'll probably be against the Bills, and then that'll just send everything tumbling down.
Idiot.
Bold prediction.
I'd love to know I'd love to know who you think's going to win that division.
You're gonna pick the Steelers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or the
I am actually going to pick the Steelers. I am going to pick the Steelers. I think they're going to be the team to watch. One of the teams to watch this year. The Steelers. I hate the Steelers. You know I hate the Steelers. So yeah, I can see the Steelers running away with that.
I actually agree with you.
I think the Browns will win it. But
I think it's going to be close to the top. I don't think people are taking the Ravens as seriously as they should. I think the Steelers are going to be better. They have to be better without all those distractions. And then obviously the Browns are going to be formidable. They should be. The only team that we know who they are exactly is the Bengals. They should be the whipping boy of that division. Yeah. And that is the one reason that there's 2 wins that they're guaranteed to get at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one reason alone is why I think your prediction is stupid.
It might be slightly out, probably an 8-8 instead of a 7-9. But I'm going to stick with 7-9.
I still think you're horrendously wrong.
I think that their floor, the Browns' floor this year is 10-6.
Really?
Yeah.
I could potentially see 9-7 if they don't get off to a good start. But
I'm predicting a good start.
I would think, if they get off to the start that you're predicting them to have, they could easily finish 12-4, 13-3 comfortably. They're that good. But I say I'm not sold on the Ravens this year. I have to say, I think teams will be much more prepared for Lamar Jackson, and he will have to show that he can throw the ball this year. They've lost a couple of players on defense. I'm not sold that their defense is going to be as elite as it was last year. I still think it will be very good, but last year they were elite, and I don't think they'll be quite there. Losing CJ Mosley was a big one for me. So I think it will be between the Browns and the Steelers, but I can't look past the Browns with the talent that they have right now.
Steelers. I think they're a tough team to beat. Steelers.
Browns are a more complete team, the way I look at it. Yeah. But
I don't think you can underestimate that winning culture that the Steelers have.
It didn't help them last year, though.
No, but last year was an anomaly. That was a ridiculous season that the Steelers had last year. I don't think you can hold that against them. Bell was obviously striking. Antonio Brown was just being Antonio Brown. So I don't think
you could say what you wanted about Antonio Brown, but the stats were there for him last year. It's not like he didn't perform well. And you have to replace that production, which is tough. Even if you say, the distraction's gone, you still have to replace his production. And I don't see where that's coming from on that Steelers roster.
Big Juju fan.
I love Juju, but Juju had a great year last year as well. And you're asking somebody else to pick up, 600-700 yards receiving and a bunch of touchdowns to even match the production that Brown had last year. Where's that coming from magically overnight? I don't see it.
Okay. That went quickly on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Didn't it? All right, then let's do our second bold predictions, our second round of them. I've got Dave down going for the next bold prediction and explanation as to why.
The Arizona Cardinals will win at least 7 games this season.
Wow.
Yeah, bold. Going with bold.
7.
I really like Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray. And now that Fitzgerald says he's sticking around another year as well, gives him that safety blanket that I think all rookie quarterbacks need. I think they'll be much better than they were last year. And I think as a lot of teams have shown, improved quarterback play dramatically improves the overall performance of teams in the NFL. Just look at how bad Josh Rosen was last year. How bad he was. No, and they had a lot of injuries there, and they've got most of those guys back now coming into this year. But you also have to take into account that even though the offensive line did not help him, he was still very bad. And now the offensive line's healthy. They've drafted Kyler Murray, who, if it wasn't for his height, I don't even think it would have been a question, the number 1 pick. Like, that discussion would have been dead in the water back in November, December time. How he played at Oklahoma last year was insane. And so, yeah, I think they're going to be much improved. Their offense is going to be much, much better. They've still got talent on defense. Their defense isn't bad. And so I say with a much improved offense, I can see them surprising quite a few teams this year. And yeah, I'll go with 7. That I say it's bold. I definitely think it'll be much improved, but can't be bold if you don't go.
There's a lot to like there because they've got David Johnson obviously at running back, and they've drafted a few young wide receivers as well. So
I was going to say Andy Isabella's there, isn't he?
They certainly attack the draft in that position. So on offense, they look like they're going to be fun. They're going to be fun to watch. That is for sure. Look at Texas Tech; they were fun to watch. So they on that side of the ball, I think they're going to be fine. Obviously, the first 6 games they're missing Patrick Peterson. He's suspended for the first 6, so it's how they hold up on the other end. When they come to Arrowhead last year, they were quite frisky. I think it was Chandler Jones that gave us all sorts of problems at Arrowhead. So they can do something with their front. It's just whether they can hold it up at the back end. I imagine they're going to be in a lot of shootouts this year. Cardinals, they're going to be a really fun team to watch. And those games can often be coin flip. And yeah, I agree with Dave. I like the look of Kyler Murray. I think he's going to be a lot of fun to watch. David Johnson will hopefully have a bounce back year. Fantasy owners are praying everywhere that's going to happen. So yeah, I'm with you, Dave. I certainly can see in that division them stealing a couple of wins as well, and then maybe getting a couple of wins out of division and cross conference as well. Yeah, so I don't think 7 is impossible. I think the playoffs is out of reach for year 1, but 7
huge.
Wins,
they're not going to come to the playoffs. But yeah, I'd say.
They had quite a good draft as well, didn't they? Because, like I said, I liked Andy Isabella, who they picked up as wide receiver. He's pretty speedy him as well, isn't he?
He is speedy.
And they also picked up a cornerback that the Chiefs were looking at, which was Byron Murphy. So it'll be interesting to watch them this year, I think.
Yeah, they might actually be my go-to team to watch in the 9:25 games. That second slot after the Chiefs are always playing.
Yeah.
I might actually pick the Cardinals to watch during those games.
Kylie Murray's going to be entertaining, I reckon. I think you're right.
Yeah, he's going to be very, very good, I think, eventually.
Okay. Shall I go next, Tom, or do you want to go next, mate?
You go for it.
Shall I go for mine? Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, this is where Dave's going to be like, you absolute pillock. The Giants will be the team that goes 2-14 this year and get the first overall pick in the draft. Reason for this is they're still sticking with Eli Manning.
Yeah.
The guy's just been he's just been getting worse. I think over the last few seasons.
Still beat us 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, don't remind me of that. God,
that's the worst. Sorry to interrupt you, but that is the worst defeat of the last 2 years.
I agree with you. Yeah,
losing away to the Giants. I don't know how we lost that game.
Neither do I, because they were
Travis
poor.
Travis Kelce trying to throw a pass as well.
Yeah, very true. Was that Steve Spagnuolo's defense as well? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, it was. Oh god. But they weren't particularly great that year.
They were void of talent, though. Absolutely void of talent.
I really don't know how we lost that. Anyway, sorry, Brad. Go on.
No, I was just going to say there was a nice little stat as well that there was 2 touchdown passes that were over 34 yards. I think it was last year, and they were both
thrown by wide receivers.
Both thrown by Odell Beckham Jr., who's not on the team anymore. So I think they've got problems at quarterback. I do like Saquon Barkley. I do like him, but their draft class they got very defensive again. There were 3 cornerbacks, 2 linebackers, 2 defensive tackles. They only picked up 1 wide receiver, 1 O-lineman, and 1 quarterback.
Daniel Jones.
Giants fans weren't happy about that pick, were they? But he seems to be a lot better than Eli Manning.
Pre-season.
Yeah. So I think they've got major problems. So I think even if they eke out 2 wins this year, I think they'll be lucky.
That's a tough division as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at the NFC, and in my opinion, 2 of the best 3 teams in the NFC are in that division. And
really,
I think I put them. I'm
not sold on Dallas.
Eagles and Cowboys, and then the Saints probably sandwiched in between them. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's definitely 4 losses straight away. So
I was going to say
2 wins.
I was going to say 0-16, but I do like Saquon Barkley, and I do think you can carry a team to at least a couple of wins.
Yeah, I don't think this will happen.
No,
just because I think there are worse teams. I look around the league, and there are definitely worse teams, and we've mentioned 2 of them already: the Dolphins and the Bengals. They'll both be worse. I can actually see Washington being worse in that division because Alex Smith isn't back.
No.
And Haskins has looked atrocious.
Atrocious
in pre-season. And I just think Saquon Barkley's too good. He will single-handedly win them a few games. And Eli Manning's not the quarterback he once was, but he's still serviceable, I think. I do believe that it's probably time for them to move on from him, but I don't put him in the position of he's losing them games or anything. They're not the greatest team, but I don't see them as being the worst team in the league. I'll say that. I think there's a few teams worse than them, and I don't rate the NFC East as highly as Tom. I do like the Eagles a lot, but the Cowboys without Zeke, if you're asking Dak to do a lot more, I am not sold on Prescott.
They get that deal done, 100%.
Yeah, they'll get it done, won't they?
They'll get it done.
I don't know. I don't know. They've got a lot of money they're going to need to pay out soon, and if you're paying $16-17 million a year to a running back, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that and be competitive in the NFL today. It's not possible.
The Rams would disagree, but Ezekiel Elliott for me is better.
But they're also not. The Rams don't also have the most expensive O-line in the league, and not about to pay a quarterback $40 million a year, or maybe they will. I don't know. But I think McVay's smarter than that, or at least I believe he's smarter than that.
Yeah, you hope he is.
It'll be interesting to see. I think the Giants will be bad. I just don't think they'll be that bad because, as I say, Saquon Barkley is that good.
Yeah, he is that good. I do like him. I'm sticking with my 2-14 prediction on that one. All right then, Tom. What's your bold prediction, mate?
The AFC West will win more games combined than any other division in football in 2019.
Oh,
that's not bold. That's pretty
See, last year they finished second.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a bold prediction, Tom. That's a cop out, mate.
But we're relying.
I demand a new bold prediction.
We're relying on the Raiders and Broncos to pull their weight this year.
The Broncos will pull their weight.
Well, let's hope they do. Well, kind of. No, we don't want them.
Brad,
to pull their weight.
demand a new bold prediction. This is a crap bold prediction.
Crap bold prediction.
There's nothing bold about this prediction. Going from second to first.
Last year we
Out of 8 divisions, going from second to first. What's bold about that, Tom?
Well, which division would you think would be?
Well, last year the AFC South got more wins combined.
Yeah.
And this year, for me, when looking around, the main competitor is the NFC North, which is a division that the Chiefs actually end up playing this season.
Uh-huh.
So those cross-conference games will obviously decide this. Not that those teams are playing for this right and for this award anyway, but yeah, I think it will be between the NFC North and the NFC West. So those games between the Packers, Vikings, Chiefs, and whatnot.
Bold prediction.
So does that mean you're not predicting that the Chargers will have as good a year, or is that what you're saying? Are you saying that the Raiders and the Broncos are really going to pull the weight, and the Chiefs and the Chargers are going to remain the same?
That's the way I want it to unfold myself.
Yeah.
Bad bold prediction. Bad bold. Nothing bold about this prediction, Tom.
Well, at least you tried, mate.
Cop out. Cop out. I want a new one, Tom. Give me a better bold prediction. Something crazy.
Cough off.
A better bold prediction.
Something crazy.
Something crazy, yeah.
Something actually bold.
Okie dokie.
While you're thinking of that, do you want me to do my third one?
You go for it.
'Cause I have thought of a third one. And,
Let's go.
And you're gonna go put your hand in your face, basically.
Face in your hand.
Yeah, head. Yeah, whatever. Darwin Thompson. Barry Allen.
Shot. Yeah.
Will get 1,000 total yards, and he'll be RB1 by the end of the season.
Wrong.
Really?
So wrong.
So wrong.
Yeah, never gonna happen.
No.
No. Not in this offense. No, it's just not gonna
I'm
happen.
telling you, man, he's coming. The D train's coming.
No.
1,000 total yards.
I disagree.
It sounds like there should be a bet on this.
I've already got a bet on with you with DeMarcus Robinson.
Well, have a bet with Dave on this.
And I can't give out 2 meals.
Have a sandwich bet.
I'll be getting skinny, and you two will be getting fat.
He's got to share touches with Damian Williams, Darrell Williams, Carlos Hyde. No chance. Not a chance.
He's the glaring, obvious RB1 in my eyes. Bold prediction.
Yeah, not a chance.
Not a chance. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I'm with Dave on this one.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. Tonight, are you?
You are?
You're not doing too well tonight, are you?
I'm doing all right. I think they're pretty good, nice, bold predictions there.
They're bold.
Very bold. Very bold, yeah. All right, then. Dave, have you got a third one?
No, I think Tom needs to go next.
You're really turning the screw on Tom, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fine then.
Come on then, Tom. Knock it out the park.
There will be 2 playoff teams from the AFC East this year.
Really?
That's bold enough?
Yeah, I'll give you that's bold. Yeah.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Who's the second? That's what I'm interested to find out. Because it's definitely not the fucking Dolphins.
The Buffalo Bills. Potentially.
You were talking about these before in the previous podcast, saying that they were like your dark horse kind of thing.
I like the defense, and
You did some convincing there.
Josh,
I like the defense.
I like the defense.
and I really like Josh Allen.
I really like Josh Allen.
I do. I just think he's really fun to watch, and I don't know. I just think
Fun to watch doesn't win you football games, Tom.
I agree with that, but I just don't think if he can learn to throw the ball properly.
Oh yes, that minor thing. Yeah.
Throw the ball proper.
I just think I don't know. There's something about him. I think like he went into the Viking Stadium last year and ran all over them, and they just didn't know what to do. And I think if they can like harness that into an actual offense and then have a better arm than say a Lamar Jackson, then they might win enough games. They're going to have the ground attack. They always do, the Bills. So potentially no one wants to go into Buffalo and play. It's a hard place to play. The crowd up there is crazy. So yeah, why not? Why can't they take one of the other playoff spots? If we're all convinced that the Browns are taking the AFC North potentially, then the Chiefs the AFC West, the Patriots the AFC East, the AFC South are going to be up on each other, so they're probably all going to be around 8-8, 9-7. So why not? Why can't the Bills get to that 9-7, 10-6 and make the playoffs?
How shit have the AFC East been?
I'm going to die on this hill. The Bills are making the playoffs.
Die on this hill. It can be arranged, mate. Don't you?
Yeah. Well, you see, my third prediction is a similar type of prediction, but the other way. The Houston Texans will not make the playoffs.
Really? Even with their team that they've got?
I don't think that's bold.
They will miss the playoffs.
Yeah, they missed the playoffs last year, didn't they?
No.
Did they not?
You mean the team that won, what was it, 11 straight games?
Who did they play in the playoffs?
They won't play in the playoffs.
Oh, they lost to the Colts. They lost to the Colts and they got destroyed at home by the Colts. Yeah, of course they did. No, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs either, to be honest. I don't think they'll be able to protect Deshaun Watson. God knows what's going to happen with Jadeveon Clowney in the next couple of weeks. They lost Honey Badger. That's a division. That's a tough division as well. Those teams seem to beat.
Well, I've seen a lot of people predicting them to make the playoffs, and they're going to miss.
I would take the Jags and the Colts over them straight away.
I think last year was a mirage.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. I'm still not sold on Watson either. He gets bailed out a lot by the insanity of DeAndre Hopkins, and I can see potentially some regression. And as I say, with his O-line not being able to protect him, it could be worse. I'm still not sold on their running game. Lamar Miller's a year older. Yeah, I think they're going to miss the playoffs.
They just added another running back.
I was about to say I do like the signing of Duke Johnson to that offense. I think he's going to do well there. But I don't think
he's never been a
feature back. No, I like the Jags for a bounce back this year.
Nick Foles leading it as well.
Yeah, I do like the Jags this year. I think they're going to be better because their defense.
Yeah, they can't be any worse, can they?
They regressed last year, the defense, but they're going to come back stronger this year. And Nick Foles, a quarterback, is going to make the world of difference for them.
Yeah. Chiefs broke that defense last year, didn't they? Mm-hmm. So you're saying the Colts are going to win that division, clearly?
Yes, comfortably.
Yeah. And then it's the Jags behind it. Okay, I can see where you're going with it. Yeah, I can see where you're going with it. But the Texans, they always seem to get in like wild card, don't they?
But they're the most boring playoff team.
They are. That's the thing.
They've been
like
hammered.
The Bengals
get hammered every time they make the playoffs. Just so disappointing.
You can just bookmark them for that early wild card Saturday slot.
Basically, what the Chiefs used to be. Yeah. They are basically what the Chiefs used to be.
Pretty much. They're just even worse than us.
Yeah. Okay.
A worse playoff team than us. That's saying something.
Yeah. Right. Is that all the predictions now? All three?
It is.
Wow. Oh, well. I thought that was quite
Have we written them down, by the way?
I'm sure we will do. I think Tom was probably one of these, isn't he? That's, he'll have some kind of grid system or something like that.
All laugh at each other at the end of the year.
Yeah. Mainly me.
Yeah, definitely.
And the Giants are lifting the Super Bowl. Yeah. That actually happened last year, I think, didn't it? Like one of my bold predictions last year, with the Patriots were never going to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, we'd miss the playoffs.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. All right, though, those are our thoughts on the bold predictions. Let us know your thoughts on the Arrowheads Abroad Facebook page and Twitter page. Thanks, lads, for your bold predictions. And yeah, our next podcast is going to be on Monday night after the preseason 2. So
woo,
yeah,
more preseason football.
Yeah, no more training camp. So yeah, we're just full steam ahead now. So looking forward to it. So from one kingdom to another, we'll speak to you again soon.